Hello, everyone. We should be live.
Yeah, I think so. Let me check my stream on Abstract as well.
Let's go. We are live.
Okay.
Gotta send the links.
Okay, I'm starting the live stream on Abstract. Cool beans.
Cool
By the
beans,
way, I love the new art. It's so cool
right?
though for the art and Yap session. Nice. Well done. Love that.
Thank you. Like I actually tried doing it with Chat GPT, like AI, because I didn't want to. I didn't want to like bother Cole, and I know Gwen is busy. So I tried to do it with AI, and it was kind of okay. But then I talked to Sophie. Like this was the AI version. Um, I talked to Sophie and we were like, might as well, right? Like, see if we can do it in
Yeah.
time. Cole like made it out of thin air. Like I don't know how
Who
he managed to make it in time, but yeah,
but who did it? Was
Cole.
that Sophie? Ah, Cole. Okay. Nice.
You know, welcome, new vibes, new session announcement,
Yeah.
art, new visuals. Everything is good vibes here.
I actually need to think about one that Cole could create for the ones that we tend to do on Thursdays or Wednesdays.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah, I
and
really want to bring those back again. But yeah, surely, I mean, I kind of have an idea of who am I going to be bringing in the next coming weeks, including people that I met back in Lisbon last week.
nice.
Um, those guys, they really embrace even the name of the brand. Like one of the siblings, he's literally like that, like good vibes all over it. Like it's just like sometimes I think like, dude, Tyler, like, are you kind of like pretending or not? But like, no, like ever since because I met him in Paris like a few months ago, and then last week in Lisbon, and he's literally the same guy, and I'm like, dude, I really fuck with your shit. Like, you're so funny, dude. Like, it's a fun guy to hang out with. Like, to be
Yeah,
honest, yeah,
that's cool. That's good. Okay, we need to get him on a session. That would be
yeah,
fun.
yeah. He was super keen though, like both. I mean, because the main ones are the siblings, like the brothers.
Yeah.
GBC, by the way, if you guys are watching it. But yeah.
No, let's do it. We'll get them on the Wednesday Thursday session.
Yep, yep.
We'll invite them on here as well.
Hmm.
Get people to vibe a bit. Good
Yeah,
vibes. Yeah. And
yeah, 100%.
I think some people have joined us, Bogan. Let's do a quick like intro and hello to everyone.
Yeah,
So
go for it.
hey guys, welcome to the Art and Yap session. The session where we let Gwen do his magic and Bogan and I just yap nonstop forever. Um, we talk about random stuff here, but also developments, plans for the Plooshies, long-term visions, and everything. So thank you for joining us. I see some people saying hi already. Hello, DJ Kenji. Hi, Conrad. Welcome everyone. And we hope you have a good session with us. If you have any questions, leave them in the chat. Please give us a like, a retweet, get some more people to join in, and let's have a good session. So
Yeah,
earlier you guys heard Bogan was talking about Lisbon. Bogan, TLDR, recap. Let us know the
T-
juice.
TLDR Lisbon. There might be some stuff that I can't really tell you, just
Okay,
because
okay.
we're having maybe a little bit too much fun. Um, but yeah, other than that, like I mean, Foxy and I, we were there representing the Plooshies. We wanted to see like how NFC Lisbon was going to be this time. This was my first time uh,
Mm,
in Lisbon, and also obviously NFC Lisbon.
yeah,
Apparently, like a lot of people were super hyped because last year was really, really fucking good, right? So
yeah.
I feel like this time, simply because the vibes weren't there, like maybe last year,
Mm,
you could tell that there was something kind of missing. Like that's obviously from my perspective and what I was able to, I don't know, experience over there.
mm-hmm.
But it was a good time because also, I mean, we were able to hang out with Mason from Abstract, Kevin from Abstract. We went to grab some brunch. Also, Yacht from Fox. He's very close with us. We're very close with him. We go way, way back. So we were pretty much hanging out all the time. It's just, like the cute meta, Fox, Plooshies. It just, it makes sense. And
Mm,
yeah, we were just, attending the conference. meeting some friends. We hang out with Carlitos Way. Shout out to Carlitos, by the way. He's everywhere. Like I saw him in Paris, Dubai, now NFC Lisbon. Maybe he's even gonna go to NFT NYC. I'm not sure. But yeah, like he tries to attend as many events as he can. He's a cool dude.
I see him
And
on
then also, yeah, all over the timeline. He's a really cool dude. And I mean, we speak the same language as well, which is Spanish. So sometimes it's like, hey, Carlitos. And then go from like the fucking bogan Aussie accent, whatever. And they just go and be like, yeah, I'm going to speak my Mexican, Spanish, whatever. Was fun. And then hanging out with the GVC gang as well. They were there.
Mm,
Shout out to both, like the siblings. I didn't know that one of the artists working for them, he's
yeah.
also from Mexico. He's based in Mexico City.
Oh, nice.
Um, so that's pretty sick. I didn't know that. And he was telling me, like, dude, I've been working for these guys for like years. And it
Mm-hmm.
is the first time that we get to meet each other IRL. And I'm like, dude,
That's
that's just the fucking bit. Like, it is so cool because I experienced that with Henrik.
mm,
I think that was 2 years ago in Munich.
yeah.
Um, and then obviously with some of the other team members in Paris and stuff. And I was like, dude, it's just the best fucking feeling. Like these guys for so long, and it
Mm,
just feels like, dude, it's family, right? So yeah, I mean, it would be nice because I'm going back to Mexico next week.
mm,
So I want to connect with this guy, the artist, one of the artists from GVC. Suddenly, I realized there's a bunch of people from Mexico with Mexican background
yeah.
that they are doing really cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
So even the guy from MeBit, he's
Mm,
also from Mexico, not from Mexico City, but from another city.
mm,
So yeah, suddenly I'm kind of like, holy shit, I didn't even know.
yeah.
Because it kind of feels like an untapped market, like the Mexican market and the Latin American market. But the
Yeah.
more I'm attending these events and shit, I'm realizing, okay, there's a bunch of builders doing really cool shit coming from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it. Just hanging out with them, setting up meetings for this week and upcoming weeks, and potential stuff that we can do together. We were also at the with the Telegram booth. There was
Mm,
a Telegram booth over there, but they were mostly focused not on Ton per se as the chain, but more about like Telegram and the stars and the token a little bit, but nothing other than that. So yeah, I mean,
oh,
I guess my TLDR from my perspective,
mm,
I felt like even NFT Paris, it felt a little bit better.
yeah.
Um, I mean, obviously because we did something like bigger than just attending there and meeting some people and networking and potential meetings for this week and upcoming weeks and stuff. But
Mm,
yeah, I feel like NFT Paris was way more fun. To be fair, like more cool side events. So yeah, it was nice. Although the weather was pretty cool in Lisbon, I can tell you that. You need to prepare like it's a typical European thing to walk everywhere. Like that's just a thing though. But in Lisbon, mate, holy shit, there's so many hills. So you better be prepared for that. Yeah, you need to do your legs, mate. Otherwise, you're gonna suffer. Um, but yeah, cool stuff. And then obviously, just because we're really, really fucking busy at the moment as the Plooshies,
yeah.
there's a bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes that we haven't been able to showcase just yet, simply
Mm,
because we're waiting for like a few stuff. But yeah, I mean, busy times, exciting times. Like even the post that um, I did like a few hours ago,
mm,
it really reflects where we are. Like this is, like a very critical point for us as a company, as a brand.
yeah.
It's just a matter of like, because those things are heavily focused on activating the IP in Web 2, and that takes time. And once we showcase that it will trickle down to everything that we're doing in Web 3.
Mm,
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know if you feel that, but I feel something, right? Like even when sometimes the vibes are not up there as they used to be, but I feel like there's something there, that sort of excitement that I feel it
yeah.
with everything that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Um, it's just I don't know. I just can't wait. I really can't wait for people to see that. Obviously, I mean, I get it from my community. Like if I put myself in the shoes of the community, I'm like, yeah, okay, here we go again. But honestly, it's just like okay, it's happening. Like we're at least in that regard, like definitely swinging. Because I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that needed to happen behind the scenes before we can actually do or announce something, because we're done with the announcement of an announcement leading
Yeah.
nowhere. Like we really need to go back to those origins of the Plooshies, like back in 2023, where
Mm,
we were literally like on the promise of a delivery, just wait and see.
mm,
Instead of like, you know, it was not the right thing to do. Like taking that feedback into account, and a little bit of introspective work. Like we need to do things better, and we're taking that into account. So just, I mean, it feels like just wait and see. I'm very, very excited for the stuff that's coming.
yeah.
But yeah, again, you guys thought we locked the app. I went from one place to the other. That's just me.
It was a natural flow. It was a natural
Yeah,
flow.
yeah, yeah,
I, on the topic of Lisbon, one thing is for sure, very much FOMO that I couldn't get to meet the team. I'm really
mm,
looking forward to that moment that you were talking about, Bogan, being able to meet all of you guys in
yeah,
Asia and just kind of
yep,
like vibing. And we're like, we went through the trenches together, or like,
yeah,
all the things we're doing behind the scenes. Like, these are the people who understand what you're doing on a day to day basis. So
yeah,
I'm just really
yep.
excited to meet you guys. And Bogan promised me a tattoo in Thailand, so that's what we're gonna do.
Oh
Um,
yes, by the way, yeah, we were talking about tattoos because at the moment I'm staying here in Madrid just because I have a few friends to see and blah blah blah. But I'm coming back to Mexico for the summer, just because I don't want to be in the Emirates during summer because it's too fucking hot.
mhm.
But yeah, we were talking about tattoos. Yes, I will be getting tattoos like tomorrow, but also like I was telling my mom, yeah, we should definitely get a tattoo in Thailand, Korea, or Singapore. But we're gonna get one. And
Yeah,
dude, like I keep saying, like there will come a time that I will get my plushie tattooed. I need to think about where I want it, but
yeah.
also because today I went to make my appointment, right? I needed to see the studio and blah blah blah. And I was thinking, oh shit, what if I do the plushies one like tomorrow? And I'm like, nah, let's just wait for Korea or Singapore, like the Asian trip, right?
There's no time
But yeah,
better than now. Like, I literally just got a twin of you. Like, I
I
just got.
know. I didn't even know that was you up until I actually paid attention, and I'm like, holy shit, let's
Yeah,
fucking
I
go,
got your
let's
twin,
fucking go.
bro.
Yeah, you got the golden crown. You like flexing on me. Like I got the ice crown, and you got the golden one. Like
Yeah,
flexing, like flexing
yeah.
on me.
You can be there with your,
Yeah.
like ice crown made in the fridge or whatever. Like, yeah, out here with some gold.
Yeah, we need to start putting pressure on you to when PFP then. Like
Hmm?
that's the real question, hey? That's the
Dude,
pressure that we need.
I open to it. The thing is, like, last time I changed my PFP, no one remembered me. Like,
Oh,
because they all
really?
remembered my pudgy. Yeah, they all remembered my pudgy. So
What
people
was your
start
old
saying
PFP, by
my
the way?
um it's been my pudgy for years, like
Okay.
years. And then I adjusted it a little bit to one of my
Mm.
Mataro PFPs. And no one
Oh,
remembered.
right.
Yeah, because they were
Yeah.
like, "Who is this person?" They're not.
Yeah.
They weren't engaging with me. They weren't replying, and people were when they were replying, they were like, "Dude, that's you. What the fuck?" Like, I'm just like, "It's still me. It's still Bam Bam. You don't know
Yeah.
another person in crypto with this name. Come on, bro."
Yep. 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 Yeah,
And
it happens. Oh, dude, I can't even remember the last time that I changed my PFP. Um, I mean, I want to say like 2023 with the plushies.
yeah,
But I've been changing using the same plushie with different stuff here
yeah,
and
yeah.
there. But this one, the one that Cole created for me with the GIF,
Mm,
meme, whatever, I don't know, maybe more than a year, I guess. But I don't feel like changing that one. Like it's perfect for me. Like it
oh yeah,
just
I love
really
it.
is so good. Yes.
It
So that's the
essentially
one that yeah, that
both.
PFP will pretty much become my tattoo at some point.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Yeah. Let me try to figure out, like we were talking about. Wait, before I get into anything at all,
Hmm.
I will also say, I've been meaning to bring this up, and then we keep yapping on and on. So Conrad is actually asking us to introduce Gwyn. So for those of you who don't know, Gwyn is our creative lead. He's been here since the start of the Plooshies. The plushies that you know and love right now, the PFPs, elements in it, the reels, a lot of that stuff is from Gwyn. He initiated the idea, the design behind it, and everything. So this is it. This is the mastermind and the creative mind behind the plushies. Gwyn, please introduce yourself.
Yeah. So I'm Gwen, yes, and I basically I'm the lead artist and also art directions for the Plooshies. So I and both with Hendrik and Jan designed characters basically, and
Mm,
thought out characters and designs for these cute little creatures. And yes, and I'm based in Indonesia.
hmm
So yeah, that's me.
Yeah. On that note, though, like, dude, we wouldn't be here without Wayne, obviously, because he created the IP that literally comes from his mind, like creating these beautiful creatures with a big fucking head and small bodies.
And my favorite part.
Yeah, and they're so good, right? So obviously, I mean, the fact that we're doing, like, if you guys are new to this Yap and Yap session that we're doing with Win, essentially what we're doing, because we're posting a bunch of different content on social media, and you're gonna see a bunch of things like literally just around the corner related to it.
Mm,
We want to be able to showcase you like the entire process of it that Win is doing, because then a lot of this stuff that he's creating, we're pretty much scaling that up and putting that in, whether that be GIFs or whether that be on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And it's just, I mean, for me, it's like it's so cool to see an artist as good one as him to be able to do that stuff. So I see Bam Bam. Okay, let me go real quick to her so you guys can see the stuff that we've been putting on IG. Um, so good. Like the last one was really good.
yeah, I love this one. Like, I have fallen in love. I would be down to like use this as my wallpaper.
Mm,
That's definitely something that we're looking into for the community, just finding different ways for
yep.
people to be able to kind of implement the IP into their daily lives a bit more. So we have some exciting stuff cooking on that side. I'm just working on some proposals for Bogan right now, so Brogan
hmm
can approve, and then we can move on with bringing some stuff forward. But like Bogan said, a lot of stuff has been cooking behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Some of it you can see on social media, like on Twitter. We're posting pretty much almost daily nowadays,
Yeah.
um, giving the community updates and everything. We have our IC sessions now, the monthly recaps, and a lot of our stuff has also been going out on Jiffy and on Instagram, where we're building up the Plooshies as not just an NFT project, but as a brand. Um, we
Yeah.
keep saying it's just the tip, right? Like it's the tip of
Yeah.
the iceberg, but the Plooshies ecosystem, it has so many more things in it. Like, oh my god, I
Mm,
love this one. The lighting is amazing on it.
yep.
You want the Plooshies to become a part of your daily life, whether you enjoy Instagram, TikTok,
hmm
you crypto Twitter, you play games, like you whatever you do. We want to be there, and we want to be the IP that people want to be a part of, and that's kind of what we've been doing.
Yep.
It's a lot behind the scenes, and things like they start coming out and they start getting shared and everything. But it's going to take a little bit of time, and we have so much stuff that we're excited to tell you guys about, but we want to show you guys. That's kind of what we're working on, right? Like Bogan said, we
Yeah.
want to under promise and over deliver. Essentially, we want to
Mm,
keep building stuff and then be like, ta-da!
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
100%. And I feel like that's just the process with building a brand here in Web3, right? Like, obviously, one of the first steps is you rely a bunch on your community
yeah,
to represent your brand on social media, be super loud, fuck with, pretty much the IP and the people who are working behind that. And
mm,
then the next step for that is slowly introducing that IP to Web2 audiences and
yeah,
find that middle ground where you guys, as Web3 native people who you really like the NFTs, you're waiting to see more coming from that ecosystem. It's kind of like, okay, now that we have that support, is trying to bring the other support from Web2 that they like this sort of content, right? So I mean, the team, everyone has been working extremely hard. Even like when we talk about securing partnerships and all of that, it takes time, obviously.
mm,
Building a brand that way that will be sustainable and
yeah,
it will still be here like in the next 5 to 10 years, 15, 20 years, right? Like, we're not doing this just for the sake of it, but we truly believe that like I keep telling, like if you haven't watched any other stream, but there is a gap that has to be filled, and the ones that are going to be filling this gap in Web3 and kind of like the typical bridging Web3, Web2, whatever, but with the stuff that we're doing,
Mm.
it has to be us and it will be us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just very, very excited for the stuff that's coming. And I don't know, I feel like this session it's becoming one of my faves because we get to see that whole process of what
In
people will see. Like it's pretty much like you getting the BTS of the stuff that's gonna be putting out there, right? Like whether that be in Giphy or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. um
yeah.
so yeah, I mean, super, yeah, dude.
Like right now, Gwen's cooking something up right now, and it has like squares in it, and I don't even know what that's gonna look like. But then it's gonna end up being something amazing. Gwen, tell me more about the square.
Oh, that's just something I put there to see the texture and test it out before I
Oh,
move all the nodes down to the tent here. So
Mm.
nice. Look, there's even something inside the tent.
yes,
Oh wow.
so I'm trying to. So the setting is in night times, right? So what I'm trying to do is to have it. There's usually when you have light inside the tent, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see the light go through it, and shadows of objects hanging around, hanging there would show through. That's what I'm trying to simulate. Although I'm
Oh,
trying to do it without using an actual, what would consider a subsurface
yeah.
effect, where light passes through objects, because that's
Mm.
would take too long to render.
Mm-hmm,
So I'm
mm-hmm.
kind of trying to fake it, and yeah, still figuring out a way to do it right now. So I think that's pretty cool. You can see the light go through it. You can see something there, right? But those
Yeah,
are basically just round objects there to make it look like sleeping bags or something.
yeah. No, dude, but the attention to detail though, like if it were me, I wouldn't even be thinking about that like silhouette within the tent. I'd just be like, "There's the tent, bruh." Like it's a tent, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the details. It's important. I think,
Yeah,
especially if it's 3D, people expect it, right? People expect a lot more aspects to it than if you just do it in 2D. Because with 2D, you can get a lot. You can get away with a lot because a lot of a lot of the imagery is it's not literal sense of what's supposed to be like. It's sometimes it's even just a symbolic representation of the real object or real life. But with
yeah.
3D, people have a stronger sense of what should or should not be there,
Mm.
right? So yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. I'm really looking forward to this one coming out. I'll make sure that the Web3 people get to see it too. Just post it on this side too. GMGMG4BESC. I don't.
Oh my god. By the way, Wade, I do have a special request for Bonnie.
Mm,
Uh, Sophie was just telling me about that flower,
yeah.
the accessory.
Yes.
So just so you don't forget about that.
Yeah. Gwen.
The
If we
flower.
could, yes, if
Yeah.
we could add some flowers into Bonnie's head,
Oh, all right. Add flowers. Okay, sure.
like like this.
Oh,
Sneak peek.
You
Sneak
know,
peek.
kind of.
yes, yes. Oh, wait a minute. We
Yeah,
back
just like that. Yes, yes, yes.
bow instead of a flower, right? But okay. All right. Sure, sure. I'll add flower there.
Yeah. If we can add a flower in, I think that would be super cute as well. And it's such like the weirdest coincidence. Like I really have to talk about this because what even is this?
Notes.
I just got like new collars for my cat. So if you guys don't know, I have a cat and I just adopted another cat a couple weeks ago.
Oh
Um,
wow, I didn't know that. Oh
yeah,
wow. Okay.
it's the baby. She's somewhere here. But I got both of them like matching like flower collars, and
Mm.
it's exactly like it's the same material as well. Like it's like corduroy. So and then as soon as I put the collars on these cats, like Sophie sends me that message and is like, "Do you think Bonnie fits with like a flower like corduroy kind of clip?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what the hell? Like my cats have that too. And I was like, whoa, mind boggled. Like the universe, eh? Works in mysterious ways.
It's so funny though because obviously you two guys have been working together for quite some time,
Yeah.
and both of you ended up being cat ladies. So
Crazy
yeah,
cat.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
a hidden secret that Bonnie is one of our favorite characters just because she's a cat.
Trust
Yeah.
me, I know the way that you guys been pushing for Bonnie. Like I haven't said anything, but I'm like, okay, I get it. These two guys have been working together. They're in charge of all this stuff, and they're pushing for the cat. So
Hmm.
it makes sense. I'm not gonna say anything, but yeah, I mean, maybe for people outside or whatever, like they can't really tell that. But I knew, like immediately, I knew, like the moment I saw Bonnie being pushed that hard, I'm like, okay, I know
Yeah. Like everyone was like, we can start with like Penelope and Victor, the
what.
siblings going on adventures, and Sophie and I just like, no, 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 add Bonnie into that,
Yep, yep,
add Bonnie
yep. It's a
in,
good one.
make her a character because we know cats can be divas, and we know that
Yeah,
the people who love cats, they would retweet, they will share, they will like
that's
look
also
for
very true. Yes.
cats. Like we cat lovers are like devotees of cats. So it makes sense, like logically, marketing wise, and also emotional.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
that's
enjoy a
true.
cat.
I
We
need
need to
to
push more on Victor's personality as a dog as well. I think
yeah.
get it out.
Um, I wonder what we can do with it though.
Mm.
Um,
I mean,
because I
it's
mean
a
I mean he's quite adventurous. Obviously, we know that, right? As a Viking.
yeah,
Um, he's also. I mean, like if we brainstorm here in public, like he's a very he's very protective of his sibling, which is Penelope, right?
yeah, yeah.
He looks after her. Um, yeah.
True, true. Yeah, and I mean another thing that I realized about Victor, like not from anyone telling me really, but just from like consuming a lot of the Plooshies content that I see going
Mm.
out before to now, he's also a bit clumsy.
Yeah. Yes.
He finds himself in weird situations, and I think that's one of the parts I like the most about him.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of like, I guess, open secret, but the Plooshies, we've always been incorporating lore into everything that we do,
Mm.
since the beginning until now.
Yeah.
And I think right now, I mean, I guess we can say, if I say too much, just stop me, Bogan. But we're trying to explore ways to bring that lore back, bring the excitement about the lore back,
Yeah.
introduce these characters again, reintroduce them, their characteristics. Which ones do you feel like you're connecting
Mm.
with? Which one does the community like the most? What do they want to see? How content can be portrayed, how we can incorporate actual stuff that we're cooking behind the scenes into that lore and content. That's just like
Yep.
some of the stuff that we've been working on over the past week or so. Um, I mean, the idea's been cooking for a long time, but when it comes to planning this stuff out, dude, it takes time. Like lining up a lore for a whole project takes a lot of time. So we're just making sure we're not missing anything, making sure it's going to be fun for the community, and I'm really excited to bring that to life. In combination with all the content we're producing,
Mm.
other stuff we may be producing soon, with
Yeah.
other
Stop.
things we may be doing.
So
And I'll
stop. Stop. Yeah. No. I mean, when you were telling, it's just so funny though because when you were telling like, yeah, Victor is a little bit clumsy. I
yeah,
remember the first time that I saw like the end product of that cinematic trailer of Plooshy Island. That's obviously down to Win, but when Victor is checking the map and then he works and then he falls into the water and then he goes back again and he's reading it backwards, that's just so
yeah.
good though, and that's
I
all down
love
to Win.
that part.
It's so good. It is one of my favorite things about that cinematic trailer because it really encapsulates how Victor is, right? Like he's very adventurous, but he's super clumsy as well. But he still doesn't care. He will get stuff done.
Yeah,
Um,
it was
um,
so funny. Like I had to make it into a GIF, and then
yeah,
there was
it's a good
actually
one.
this one reel in Instagram, where like you could press and pause to see which character you got, or
Yeah,
like which character you relate to, and I got Victor. And then I'm like, fucking hell, I have bruises all over my body. And everything someone invites me to do, I'm like, I'm down, let's go. And then I just fall over everywhere, and then I get cuts and I get bruises, and then I'm like a bit hectic sometimes, and I'm just like, I'm Victor, I'm really Victor. That thing was accurate. Victor's like an ADHD person.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, so I'm really proud of this one. The new the one of the NFTs, the Plooshies that I got, that's Victor. Clean version.
Mm,
That's me. I like
so
it. The
good.
blue vibes, yeah. Can't mess
It's
with the
funny.
cloud.
I feel like I've told you this before. I look at everyone that if I wouldn't be repping the PFP that I have at the moment,
Yeah,
I would have gone for Victor's dog, the Greyhound dog, with
yeah,
just
yeah.
the wizard hat. Um, I
Mm,
love that. Besides, it's
yeah,
an inner circle plushie as well.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's so funny though because every single plushie that I have in multiple wallets, I've bought all of them. Like
Mm,
I'm putting skin in the game, but the only one that I didn't actually buy is the one that I'm using as my PFP.
mm,
Because both Henrik and Jan, they were like, "Yeah, just pick one
mm.
from the treasure," and I picked the one that
Oh,
I have right now. And then like if you and then like if and then a few days later, I saw the one, the with the wizard hat. Like it was
yeah,
such a good offer.
yeah,
Well, I actually managed to lower that. I think I paid like 0.06 or
yeah.
whatever. So cheap. And I'm like, oh, dude, but
Three.
I'm making this my identity. But every time that I play Plushie Island, I use the other one, the one with the wizard hat, just because it looks so cute. Because it's
Yeah,
so big, like you can't even see the body. It's just wizard hat walking,
yeah.
which I think is super cute and super funny. Um,
Yeah, no, I see you repping that one in the map, and it's so
yeah,
cute. Like
yeah,
the hat is just ridiculously big, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Walking around like
Yeah,
how are you holding all that up? The head plus
I
the
know,
hat? How?
I know, I know. Yeah,
Uh,
honestly, if I find a way to put that wizard hat out there, like in the stuff that we'll be putting out there soonish,
mhm,
hopefully,
mhm, mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna be pushing that one. I'm gonna be super biased, but I really want to see that one.
Okay, 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 foolish. Mrs. Hossett. Hi, GM. She's saying GM Plooshies. GM Ploosh. Welcome to our Odd and Yap session. We have like almost 200 people with us right now. Hello,
Yeah,
everyone.
nice.
Yeah,
Hello.
thank you for being here, guys. And please help like and retweet so we can get some more peeps to join us. We're still waiting for that 2K for Bogan to get his Plooshies. Like, I'm still gonna keep trying. But thank you for being here. We're just vibing right now. Gwyn's making some vibes content with some sort like a camping vibe kind of thing.
Hmm.
And we have just been talking nonstop about random stuff.
Yeah, but it's I'm just looking at the people who've been commenting. Like, I don't recognize these guys, so welcome. So it's nice to see new faces joining our streams and just saying hello, GM. So GM guys, hope you like these sessions. Well, we do essentially, like, if you're new here, uh, Bam Bam and I, we're just partners in crime. We just love to yap all the time.
Yeah.
Uh, I feel like she got peer pressure to get the same plushie as me, just with a golden crown. So now she can flex on me because her crown is rarer than mine and cooler, I suppose. Not
Yes.
really though, but I'm just gonna say that. Just anyways, and we get to see, the lead 3D artists creating really cool stuff that ultimately you guys will be able to see, on our social media channels. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. If I wouldn't
Exactly.
be doing this and I would be, as just a community member, this would be one of the stuff that I'd be looking forward to every week, for sure.
I
Hmm.
definitely feel like it's one of our more fun sessions just because well, I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. It's good for me. It's pretty much unfiltered. Like we're just like
Yeah,
genuinely sitting here, a bunch of people working on this project, trying to do the best we can for the community and just talking about it and vibing about it. And we may like, go like into random topics at times, like today about the tattoos. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, like this is our session to be able to communicate with the community as well. While the rest of the week, like we're working behind the scenes to push stuff out, to
yeah,
get stuff done and make sure that things are, going according to plan in making the plushies become a brand that everyone thinks of, a generational asset, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, there's a reason why we keep saying then, now, and forever. Because uh, trust me, like we're working, grinding insanely hard to make everyone proud of of the Plooshies representing the brand. And
Yeah.
literally, I mean, it kind of brings me back to like when obviously mentioning the Pudgy Penguins is kind of like the easiest thing to say or do, but it's
Mm.
really cool when you see like stuff like content that they put out there, and suddenly someone who has no fucking clue about what's going on, at least on this side of the trenches, like in this part of the industry,
Yeah.
posting that, right? And the content that we're putting, I think it's very unique. It's a very
Mm.
unique proposition because it's on 3D, right? Like everything that we're putting is in 3D. So obviously that takes even more time than
Mm.
just, the typical 2D stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like people can appreciate that, like the high quality art and content that we're putting there. And
Yeah.
it's just so good because there's also 11 different characters, right? Instead
Yeah.
of just focusing on the one. So that gives us this really beautiful open canvas of creating a bunch of different personalities with every single one of them. And you can see that in the content that obviously with the, with the big brains of Win, Sophie, Bam Bam, and the rest of us like giving ideas and stuff. It's just exciting and it's so much fun. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I've absolutely been loving working like more on like the creative side of things, and trying out different campaigns, or like trying to think of different things that we could do to push for the community and have them enjoy themselves, be able to just like enjoy the IP more, work with the IP more, and represent themselves hopefully with the IP as well. Like be
mm,
I want them all to feel like you, Bogan, feel like this plushie represents me, like it
yeah,
represents who I am, represents my personality. And I think that's like one of the most exciting things that we're trying to bring to life right now. And
yep.
I'm just so excited about it. And one second, I'm just gonna go in. I just sent you the picture of like the background as well, because I just noticed that you're using the new like session visual for the background. So I just
Where
sent
did
you a quick
you? Ah, okay,
in
cool.
group chat as well. So in the future, but it's so cute.
Oh
I mean,
yes,
yeah.
it's
I
so
mean, even Odd and Yap, bro. Like this is one of the silliest sessions that I heard.
good.
And
I like it.
we
I
get
like
such
it.
right. You like it. I'm glad you
Yeah.
like it, because like I feel like I'm forcing you every week to come here and just work on this stuff in public for like an hour.
Although I expect you to be a cat. I thought you were a cat person, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, I am a cat person, but like cats are not the type of people who have ADHD, and cats are not the type of people who are like clumsy. I feel like cats have like 100% precision. Like they would fall from, like really high and they would still land on their feet. I could walk to my room right now and I'd get a bruise. It's
but
just
on but on that note, like I feel like a lot of people, including me, right? Because I never grew up with having cats or whatever. It's simply because my sister is allergic to cats, so we
oh
never had one, right? But I do love consuming content related to cats, and I
yeah.
remember it's been years though. But there's a guy from South Africa.
Mm,
He goes by the Kiffness. That's his Instagram account. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's a musician, right? So
mm-hmm.
pretty much what he's been doing for so long, like consuming cat content, like super funny and cats, saying weird stuff or whatever, and then he will create songs based on that.
Yeah.
Um, he started like super small, like now he's super big, dude. Like he's even making concerts worldwide with
Oh,
silly songs. Like he's so fun. Like if you find him on Instagram, the Keithness, like now he's on Spotify and YouTube, and he's
how
making
do I
collabs
spell?
with other people and stuff. The songs are so funny, dude. Like when I showed those songs to my niece like years ago, now she's 7, but when she was like 3 or 4, uh, she would sing those songs with me.
That's so
um,
cute. I see
yeah.
so many cats in the content. I love this. New cat consuming page. Let's go.
Yeah.
This is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna check this out after this. Uh, Quinn, which plushie do you think you are most similar to?
Oh, it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
This is
Mm,
a good one. I'm excited to hear.
I guess probably Penelope. I guess. Not sure because like personality wise, it's like I'm kind of think like when I'm focused, I'm just too dead focused,
Yeah.
right? But when I'm out of that focused, I'm just like I'm all over the place.
Mm.
I do silly things like that, and it just trying to mirror me when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and I was a bit of a troublemaker, I'd say.
Ooh.
So like I'm
Okay.
but
We
very
need a
young.
message for the
So
Lord.
I got into all kinds of trouble you can think of a child can get into, right? Before I
Holy.
was 5 years old,
Mm.
I've been chased by a bull
What?
because I was
Wait,
trying.
what? Wait. Did I hear that right? Were you
Chased
chased by
by
a wolf?
Oh
a
no,
bull.
bull,
A bull.
bull.
Ah, okay.
I would say in Asia it's water buffalo, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause, and again, I'm always in some kind of trouble, some kind of adventure, I guess I would say.
Yeah.
And I remember like when I got older, right? And sometimes I go to my old neighborhood. My parents would take me to my old neighborhood, and
Mm.
everybody knows me.
Mm.
And everybody, when they see me, oh, Godwin, you were so naughty. You were so, because like here's the thing. Just let me explain the things I do. Right, I arrive home from school
Yeah.
and I just
Yeah.
run out, and I barge into my neighbors' houses.
Holy what?
I, I jump, I
Okay.
jumped on their sofa, and they're like they don't know what's going on. Like, oh, Godwin, it's
Whose
the
kid
neighbor's
is
kid,
this?
and then before they know it, I'm already in another neighbor's house. I don't know what, chasing their pet or something like that,
Oh,
and
that's
then
crazy.
another neighbors. So like, yes, I'm always like that. So yeah, I would say I get hurt a lot. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I, how, knowing how active I was, I get hurt a lot, falling into gutters by accident and things like that. At one point, I tried to grab a motorbike that was
Mm.
passing by. Yeah, I was literally, and I got, dragged.
Yeah. Holy.
Oh yes, yes, and like I said, I was very naughty, and I got into adventures. Some silly things happened to me,
Okay.
and yeah, so that's a kind of thing I got into. But you know what? Like sometimes, those experiences they kind of inspire me. When trying to think of stories and what kind of silly things you can think of, like what can
Yeah.
happen to characters, right? So yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. Like, I need to see Penelope actually doing that, just running into neighbors' houses.
No, no, it's more like the inspiration of just these characters. I find it like I say it's hard to say because like all of them have this baseline of just being able to somewhat relate to anybody, right?
Yeah.
Even though they all have different personalities, there are things there that everybody can relate to.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I always try to um, put in that silliness to it, right? And there's always some ideas of like whatever trouble, whichever character it is, like they always do some get into some kind of trouble that's
Yeah.
just kind of piss them off and
Yeah.
annoying things or just things like that. And I chose Penelope because I think mainly because I worked with the characters the most, and that's where I thought of all the ideas the most of uh, the kind of trouble they get into, that Penelope gets into, and the kind of things that's just they get annoyed by,
Yeah. Like the
right?
table leg shaking one. I still love that one so much.
Which is funny because, like, I remember I'm like that too. I mean, I do
Yeah.
the leg shaking, but I get annoyed by it when someone does it.
Me too. Me too. Dude,
Yeah.
that's so nice. Yeah. I'm gonna get like real serious for a little bit. Just based on what Gwen just said, but I think like just from working with IPs. I mean, I've at this point I've been working with IPs for like 10 years by now. Since I was in
Mm.
uni, since I was doing internships, like whatever I did always ended up involving IP somehow.
Yeah.
And since I was a baby, I've always loved IPs. One of the things that actually gets IPs to stick, right? You know, IPs come and go. There's like millions out there. It's intellectual property. It's anything from cartoons to movies to books to
Yep.
talents like movie stars, like singers, all of that. They're all IP. Um, but how do you get people to actually love it, or how do you get people to emotionally connect to it? It's having them be able to relate. Like that's why you have like favorite cartoons from your childhood, or you have favorite
Mm.
animes, because a character might inspire you to want to become something like more like them, or a character might make you feel like, oh my god, this is me and I feel at home. But all of those
Exactly.
things,
Yeah.
they're reasons why IPs last. And the Plooshies having 11 characters, and each of them having their core personalities,
Hmm.
but also, like Quinn said, having lovable moments or like things that people can easily relate to in every single character. That's
Mm.
one of the, I think, like strongest strategies that the Plooshies has to be able to push the IP to do more stuff that we've been planning to do. Because at the end of the day, like you want to get people to love the IP enough to feel like this character reminds you of them, or this character makes you want to be a better person. And those are
Yeah.
the only two ways you're going to be able to make an IP last, like ever.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true. Relatability is a very important part of any kind of, like character building in
Mm,
any format.
yeah.
And 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 it's like, especially in this case, right? When we thought up all these characters and their personalities, like, we're all basically just putting a bit of ourselves into them,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Um, you might see these characters as, oh, this character is a loyal, and this character is more fun and games, and this guy is very sensitive. But like, despite all the different characters, traits, like there's a bit of that, in me, each one of them. I mean, I feel like that too. I can be
Mm.
sensitive, I can be loyal, I can be
Yep.
that, I can be,
Yeah,
and those
exactly.
little things, and anybody can relate to them, and that's
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah, because like no one's just one single personality, right? Like I'm a yapper right now, but some days I just want to be quiet and do evil planning, like Bonnie, and just plan to like bully
Mm.
some people or like jump and scare some people. Like I have those days too. But then I'll have days where I'm like super focused, like Penelope and adventurous, and I'll have days where I'm clumsy, like Victor. But all of
Yep.
those things, like the characters aren't one dimensional. Like even Penelope has a silly side, even Victor has his focused side, even Bonnie, she has her kind side. Like all of them
Mm.
are like combinations of people you meet and experience and talk to every single day. And it's kind of like Gwen and the team and everyone, we've just combined all of those different experiences to create these characters
Yep.
and make sort of like something that you could easily feel like you can relate to any of them, because they're all segments or like experiences or personalities that you've had throughout your life as well. I just love it.
Yeah. I mean, for me, like when I look at it, right, and with so many different characters, and every single one of them with different personalities and traits or whatever, it really reminds me of Hello Kitty and Sanrio and all the characters that they have as well. That
Yeah.
they bring something pretty unique. That, like for instance, with me and my niece, we love Kuromi. Like I feel like Kuromi is just super cool, right? Um, or My Melody, for instance. It's either for my niece or myself. It's I go with Kuromi, she goes with My Melody, rather than
Mm,
going with the main character, which is Hello Kitty, right? Which in our case would be, let's say, Penelope.
yeah.
But I see that as well. And then when I think about like what can be done with our IP and all of the stuff that we've been placing, right? Like baby steps. I'm like, dude. I mean, it's hard not to be like super excited and bullish on
Mm,
what we as a team see with the brand, that
yeah.
some other people are starting to see that as well.
Yeah.
People that are knocking at a door and be like, hey, let's try to find ways that we can do it together, because we also see that potential. um, so for me, I'm like, dude, it's just even like in my post, yeah, like yesterday, feels like yesterday but not like a few hours ago, like it's not a question of when, it's more like no, if it's when, because
Yeah,
it's literally it, the gap is not that big anymore. Like particularly with the things that we're setting up with the brand and how we looking to expand on social media and growing the brand and doing this and that. So yeah, I just um
yeah.
I just felt like saying that. Mm-mm.
No, I completely agree. I mean, there's so much potential here, and I know we say it every week, and I know we say we're cooking behind the scenes every week, and we really are. I mean, we're working nonstop on it. And there's still so much more to work on. And like Bogan said,
Yeah.
the moments where, so I've been doing like a little bit of outreach here and there for the Plooshies, like, seeing who's interested in finding collabs,
Mm-hmm.
finding ways to see, if we can cook something up with different builders and everything like that. And being able to sort of like get that feedback of like, yo, we love what you guys are doing and we'd love to cook with you, or we'd love to figure something out.
Yeah.
Let's collaborate. Let's find a way to work together. That's one of the best feelings, man. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, people are seeing the effort, and people are
Yeah.
seeing how much love and care and work is being put into it. Like,
Right.
I mean, I'll give an example of like one of the, I guess, like partners that we're working with right now. And I'm sure like you guys will be able to see more of this in the future, but we're like they were scared because like when we talked about like Web3 like a 3D IP, they were like, how are you going to be able to make 3D content, post it on Instagram like you do, and still like have it be good enough quality that people are actually going to enjoy it and stuff. And
Mm.
then they saw the Instagram, they saw the content that was being put out,
Yeah.
they saw the gifts, they saw the community, and they were like, holy shit, you guys actually did it. Like,
Yeah.
how? And that's like, yeah,
Yeah.
duh. Like you just get that feeling of like, yeah, I told you,
Right.
like, let's
Yeah.
go.
On that note, because when I saw his face, right, because I was
Yeah,
with him in Dubai, and
yeah,
he was looking at my phone, like checking all this stuff, and then he looked at me and he was like, "Okay, this changes my perspective entirely. Like
yeah,
this is so good," and it felt like one of those aha moments when himself and his partner that was sitting next to him as well, they were like, "Okay, it actually makes sense. Like it makes more sense now." Like
yeah,
it was kind of like I'm kind of convinced, but then after that and everything that that they previously known and the stuff that I explained during that meeting, they were like, okay, let's just fucking cook together. And yeah, it was definitely a seal like that seal of approval and like that pretty cool epic moment.
yeah.
As a builder, like he's like, okay, cool. Like not just a win for us, but like for everyone. And however long that's gonna take, it's happening, right? So yeah,
So true. And it's all because of the content and stuff that, Gwyn has been
yeah,
cooking and Cole was
yeah,
cooking behind the scenes. You guys made this. You guys did this.
yeah, yeah, and all roads obviously lead back to win, but also I mean the community, like you guys who are watching this, like pushing that. Uh, it's so important though, like because I mean, we're building here with and for the community, right? So for you guys to see this stuff like the BTS before we actually put that out there, whether it be Jiffy, TikTok, Instagram, or many other
Yeah,
stuff that we're looking forward to build upon this brand, it's
yeah.
like you guys helping us push that before we actually go to the masses. And
Mm,
then for me, like as also kind of like a community member, it will make me feel super proud to be
yeah,
like I was there from the very beginning, like ups and lows, and now I can see why I actually saw the stuff that these guys have been seeing with their brand. Um,
yeah.
so that makes me proud. Like for instance, people know, right? Like I started just as a community member, and I saw that. I saw something like very unique and that potential that I'm literally, I put skin. Like I have a lot of skin in the game now.
Mm,
So yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's so true. I mean that was a good session. I think like that's the part I love about our art and yap sessions, man. Like we
yeah,
just talk about that stuff and just like sharing ideas and everything. We're true
yeah,
believers in IP, guys. Like this is not
mm,
just an NFT project. Like
yeah,
us NFTs are long gone. Like I've been in crypto for years. Just NFTs are all dead. Like
yeah.
brands build and brands stay, and communities stay with them. So that's what we're working on.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
We appreciate all of you guys for being here. And since we have 5 minutes left before we hit the 1 hour mark, I think you guys know what's up next.
Oh yes, yes, yes. What do you have? What do you have for us today?
Questions, let's go. I have
I
some
actually
random.
like I actually like the I don't even know like the questions that you're gonna be dropping at both of us, well the three of us, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah, no, I
let's do
secretly
it.
pretty
Yeah.
weird. But okay, we have like 5 minutes left. It's bedtime for Gwen and I here in Asia. Let's get through some quick fire questions, get to know more about the team here, and we'll end off this session like always.
Mhm.
My
With
first quick
200 people, by the way, 200 people. So thank you guys.
Whee! Welcome, guys. You just hit us while we were about to go get into the juicy part, I'd say, of
Yeah.
this session. Are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
So this week is a bit weird, I guess. A
Okay.
bit random, but next week I'm deciding for a theme for next week. But for this week, I just anything I could think of. First question: only be able to walk backwards or only crawl? Bogan.
Only
Yeah, backwards. I feel like only backwards because if I'm gonna be crawling, right?
Yeah.
Man, the streets are dirty. Fuck that.
True.
So yeah,
Okay.
nah, walking backwards, I guess.
Okay. Quinn, what about you?
Oh, this is hard. I'd say crawling.
Mm.
Because like I don't know if I can stand walking backwards all my life. You know, how do I cross a road?
Mm.
I don't-
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna look ridiculous, that's for sure. But
Holy.
but walking backwards is just no, I can't.
Yeah. For me personally, first instinct, I'm gonna have to go with crawl, just because I know from experience I don't do well going backwards. My car can be a witness to that. So
Okay, so reverse parking is not your thing. Okay, I
yeah, no,
guess I'm quite confident on that. I feel like I'm good at it, so that's why I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it backwards, whatever.
reverse parking is not my thing. I don't know how mirrors work. Apparently, dimensions and all that.
Okay.
There's enough scars back there on the car and like
Oof.
paint jobs and stuff that I'm just gonna crawl. Like I'm gonna put on a lot of layers. I might put shoes on my hands or something, but I'll crawl. I'll struggle because I don't think I'd survive a day walking backwards. Honestly.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. Next one. Oh, this one. I like when I thought of it. I thought it was vicious. Like I thought like this would be the cruelest way to torture someone.
Okay.
So here's my question to you guys. No internet for a year or no phone for a year.
No,
No
who
phone.
first?
The phone won't have internet, by the way.
No phone.
Yeah, no phone.
This is easy. This is easy. Too easy. No phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you would
no
rather.
phone.
Yeah, I mean, because I guess like we have Google Meets and all that. If we want to really call family and we really have to like call someone
Yeah.
without, yeah. So okay.
Well,
Maybe
okay. So let's be real here. When was actually the last time that you called someone in the like using their mobile number? Like when was the last time you did that, though?
I can't remember.
Like I can't. I mean, unless if I see someone calling me, I'm like, okay, this is kind of sus, mate. Like, who are you?
I
Like, why are you doing that?
calls anymore. Like I have a bunch of missed calls because I don't answer them. I'm like, if you want to
Yeah.
talk to me, you can text me, and if you don't have info to text me, means you don't know me well enough to be calling me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
think of it.
Yep. Yep. I agree. Yeah. I mean, and like you said, like you could do Google Meet, Zoom, or any other like whatever. I mean.
Okay, true. It wasn't as hard as I thought then, I thought it was vicious to have to choose because realistically, I'm a person who has my phone on me at all times, right? But the reason it's on me at all times is because it has the internet on it. What would I do with it without internet? So yeah, I'd probably pick the internet as well. Okay. Next question. have should we see the last one or yeah, we're hitting the 1 hour mark. It's been a
Let's
while.
do let's do one more and then we can just call it quits.
Okay, okay, okay. Last one. Um, to only whisper or only shout forever.
Oh, um, I'll go with whisper. I think. Um, yeah, I don't know. I can't handle people shouting in public transport. I can't. I just can't. Or even at a restaurant or what. Nah, I'll just whisper. Like, yeah,
Dude,
or
imagine like
text, or
hearing
just
something.
text. I'm kidding, but yeah, just whisper.
Yeah, I think I choose whisper too because I know if I only shout, I'll definitely get beat up on the streets at some point.
Yes, true.
I think I was thinking that too. So I mean, there's no denying I'm usually a pretty loud person, right? Like you can tell from my yapping like here in this session that I'm usually a pretty loud person. But in public though, I don't talk like this. In public, I'm like a mice, because like that's how
Yeah.
you get up. So yeah, if I had to choose, I'd go with the whispering because I just be like, I don't want to get killed or something. Like, I don't want to annoy people. Like, I don't want to be shouting at a waiter to order food and they be like,
Yeah,
"What?" or something. Like,
I feel like there's so many situations IRL. Like if you shout,
yeah,
you're cooked.
yeah.
Like nah.
I love
Like you're
Yeah.
cooked, bro. Like just don't.
sure. Don't
Yeah.
shout, guys. Don't shout in public settings. Don't take phone calls in like the trains, or if you have to, just be quiet about it. Like, this is a PSA for everyone. In
It's
in
funny,
do anything
you
you want.
know. It's funny that you said that because I remember that I did a live stream when I was in Paris and I was so fucking loud. And I was literally walking in the streets of Paris and taking the metro as well. And I was so loud. And I hate that kind of person. And I was that person just because I needed to do it.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's kind of funny. The
dude.
irony.
How many French people looked at you like Foxy,
Oh,
like
mate.
Foxy's usual expression?
I saw Foxy's face everywhere, just looking at me. This grumpy old man just looking at me with the yeah.
Oh God. Oh, I miss Foxy. I mean, guys, like that guy always has the grumpiest face. We're so lucky to have him. He's the guy who says no in the team, or else
Yeah.
it would just be everyone else just going like, "Yeah, let's do everything."
Everyone needs a Foxy in their life, I reckon.
Yeah, everyone needs a Foxy in their life. Okay,
All
guys.
right.
We've had like an hour-ish this session, and it's pretty much bedtime for us in Asia right now. We currently have about 200 listeners with us, so we want to thank all of you for joining our Art and Yap
Nice.
session. Every Tuesday, same time, we'll be here unless very hard to do, like last week where Bogan was in Lisbon. But otherwise, we'll be here, and we just want to keep you guys updated. We want to talk to you, share our thoughts, get to know the people behind the project. So thank you so much for listening. And before we cut off, Bogan, Gwen, please say your goodbyes. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you all.
Bye, guys. Thanks for
Thank you,
everything. See you next
and see
week.
you again next week. Yeah.
Bye
Right.
bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. See ya.